Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Oscar Wilde's famous words resonate deeply, yet the journey to authenticity is often fraught with obstacles. Why is being ourselves, the most natural thing in the world, so incredibly difficult?
It's dead easy to get caught up in who you think you should be in it.
In this exploration, we'll delve into the complexities of identity, societal pressures, and the psychological barriers that hinder our true selves from emerging. We'll uncover why embracing our authenticity is a struggle worth enduring.
It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, you know. Society wants us all the same.
From the moment we're born, we're bombarded with messages about who we should be, how we should act, and what success looks like. These expectations, often unspoken yet pervasive, weave a complex web that can trap us in a cycle of conformity.
Social media's a right pain, isn't it? Everyone's showing off their perfect lives. Makes you feel like you're not good enough.
Media, culture, and even our families and peers contribute to these expectations, shaping our perceptions of what's acceptable and desirable. The pressure to conform can be immense, leaving little room for individuality.
It's like everyone's got a script, and you're expected to play your part.
But what happens when the script doesn't align with our true selves? What if the role we're playing leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled? This is where the journey to authenticity begins, with the recognition that we have a choice. We can choose to conform, to shrink ourselves to fit in, or we can choose to break free from the mold and embrace our true selves.
It takes guts, though, doesn't it, to stand out from the crowd?
It's not about seeking attention or validation. It's about living in alignment with our values, passions, and beliefs. It's about honoring the unique individuals we were born to be.
It's about saying, this is me, take it or leave it.
This journey won't be easy. It requires courage, self-compassion, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. But the rewards, as we'll discover, are immeasurable. Societal expectations are like invisible threads, tugging at us from all directions. We're told to fit in, to strive for a certain image of success, to conform to preconceived notions of who we should be.
It's like everyone's got a checklist, right? Tick these boxes and you'll be accepted, you'll be loved.
We internalize these expectations, often without even realizing it. We start to measure our worth based on external validation, on likes and shares, on the opinions of others.
It's easy to lose yourself in all that, you know, to forget who you are underneath all the layers.
The pressure to conform can be suffocating, leading to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and a sense of being lost in a sea of expectations. We start to question our own thoughts, beliefs, and desires.
You start second-guessing yourself, don't you? Thinking, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I pretty enough?
As if external pressures weren't enough, we also face an internal battle, the voice of our inner critic. This relentless voice whispers doubts in our ears, magnifies our insecurities, and undermines our confidence.
It's like having a right miserable sod living in your head, constantly putting you down.
This inner critic thrives on fear, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of failure. It tells us we're not good enough, not worthy, not deserving of love and acceptance.
And the worst part is we start to believe it, don't we? We let that voice dictate our choices, hold us back.
This internal struggle can be paralyzing, preventing us from taking risks, pursuing our passions, and expressing our true selves. We become prisoners of our own self-doubt.
It's like we're trapped in our own heads, scared to let anyone see the real us.
Let me tell you about two friends, Sarah and Emily. Both were bright, talented young women, but they approached life very differently. Sarah, always striving for approval, molded herself to fit in, burying her true passions and desires.
She was always the life of the party, but underneath it all, she was deeply unhappy.
Emily, on the other hand, embraced her quirks, her passions, her unique perspective. She wasn't afraid to stand out, to challenge the status quo, to be unapologetically herself.
She wasn't bothered about what other people thought. She was comfortable in her own skin.
Over time, their paths diverged. Sarah, exhausted from pretending, found herself feeling lost and unfulfilled. Emily, true to herself, attracted genuine connections, pursued her dreams, and radiated a quiet confidence.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? Being true to yourself is its own reward.
We all wear masks to some extent, presenting different versions of ourselves to the world. We hide our vulnerabilities, our insecurities, our true feelings, fearing judgment and rejection.
It's like we're all actors in a play, putting on a brave face for the audience.
But these masks, while seemingly protective, can become a prison, preventing us from experiencing genuine connection and intimacy.
How can anyone truly know us if we're not showing them who we really are?
The more we hide behind these masks, the more disconnected we become from ourselves and others. The journey to authenticity involves slowly removing these masks, revealing our true selves to the world, one layer at a time.
It takes courage, that's for sure, but it's worth it.
In the next part, we'll explore the journey to authenticity, how we can break free from societal expectations and embrace our true selves. The journey to authenticity begins with self-discovery, a process of peeling back the layers of societal conditioning, expectations, and self-doubt to uncover the real you.
It's like looking in the mirror for the first time, really seeing yourself for who you are, not who you think you should be.
This requires introspection, a willingness to sit with ourselves, to explore our thoughts, feelings, values, and passions without judgment.
It's not always easy, mind you. Digging deep can unearth some uncomfortable truths.
But it's in those uncomfortable truths that we find our authentic selves. We start to understand what truly motivates us, what brings us joy, and what we stand for.
It's about finding your own compass, your own internal guide.
One of the biggest obstacles to authenticity is that nagging voice of self-doubt, the inner critic that whispers negativity and undermines our confidence.
That voice can be a right pain in the arse, can it? Always telling you you're not good enough.
But we don't have to listen to it. We can challenge those negative thoughts, replace them with positive affirmations, and practice self-compassion.
It's about being kind to yourself, yeah? Treating yourself like you would a good mate.
When we start to silence that inner critic, we create space for self-acceptance and love. We begin to believe in ourselves and our ability to pursue our dreams.
It's like taking back control, you know? You stop letting that negative voice call the shots.
The journey to authenticity can feel isolating at times, but it doesn't have to be. Surrounding ourselves with supportive, like-minded individuals can make all the difference.
It's about finding your people, innit? The ones who get you, who accept you for who you are.
These are the people who celebrate our uniqueness, encourage our growth, and provide a safe space for us to be ourselves without judgment.
They're the ones who'll tell you to bugger off when you're being daft, but they'll always have your back.
These genuine connections nourish our souls and remind us that we're not alone in our journey.
It's like having a cheer squad, yeah? They give you the confidence to keep going, to keep being true to yourself.
Throughout history, countless individuals have dared to be different, to embrace their authenticity and make their mark on the world.
People like David Bowie, eh? He never apologized for who he was. A right original.
From artists and musicians to activists and entrepreneurs, these trailblazers have shown us that being true to oneself can lead to incredible things.
They've paved the way, haven't they? Shown us that it's all right to be different, to stand out from the crowd.
Their stories remind us that authenticity is not about seeking validation or fitting in. It's about honoring our true selves and sharing our gifts with the world.
It's about making a difference, leaving the world a better place than you found it.
In the next part, we'll explore the transformative rewards of embracing our authenticity. The rewards of embracing our authenticity are profound and far-reaching. One of the most significant is the sense of inner peace and freedom that comes from living in alignment with our true selves.
It's like a weight's been lifted, innit? You're not constantly trying to be someone you're not.
When we let go of the need to please others, to conform to expectations, and to hide our true selves, we create space for genuine happiness and contentment.
It's like you finally come home to yourself, you know? You're at peace with who you are, warts and all.
We're no longer burdened by the fear of judgment, the need for approval, or the pressure to fit in.
And that's a bloomin' good feeling, that is.
Authenticity is a powerful magnet, drawing others to us in a way that pretense and conformity never can.
People can spot a fake a mile off, can't they? But when you're genuine, it shines through.
When we're true to ourselves, we radiate a certain energy, a sense of confidence and self-acceptance that's incredibly attractive.
It's like you're a breath of fresh air, innit? People are drawn to your honesty and your realness.
We attract genuine connections, people who appreciate us for who we are, not who they want us to be.
And those are the relationships that really matter, aren't they? The ones where you can be yourself, no pretense.
When we embrace our authenticity, we unlock our full potential. We tap into our unique talents, passions, and creativity in a way that's impossible when we're hiding behind a mask of conformity.
It's like you've unleashed your inner rock star, yeah? You're free to express yourself without fear or hesitation.
We're no longer afraid to take risks, to pursue our dreams, and to share our gifts with the world.
And that's when the magic happens, doesn't it? When you stop holding back and just go for it.
We find fulfillment in our work, our relationships, and our lives as a whole. We become the best versions of ourselves, living with purpose and intention.
It's not about becoming famous or rich necessarily. It's about living a life that's true to you, a life that matters.
The impact of our authenticity extends far beyond ourselves.
It's like chucking a pebble in a pond, innit? The ripples just keep spreading outwards.
When we have the courage to be ourselves, we inspire others to do the same.
It gives other people permission to be themselves, yeah? To let their own freak flag fly.
We create a world where individuality is celebrated, where differences are embraced, and where everyone feels safe to be their true, authentic selves.
And that's a world worth striving for, isn't it? A world where everyone can shine.
In the final part of this exploration, we'll summarize our journey and leave you with a call to action. Our exploration into the complexities of authenticity has revealed a universal truth. The journey to be ourselves is a deeply personal one, paved with both challenges and profound rewards.
It's not about reaching some destination, is it? It's about the journey itself, the learning and growing along the way.
We've delved into the weight of societal expectations, the nagging voice of the inner critic, and the masks we wear to conceal our true selves.
We've all been there, haven't we? Feeling lost, unsure of who we are and what we're meant to do.
But we've also discovered the liberating power of self-discovery, the importance of silencing that inner critic, and the joy of finding our tribe, those who embrace us for who we truly are.
It's about realizing that it's all right to be different, to stand out from the crowd. In fact, it's in our differences that we truly shine.
As we conclude this exploration, I leave you with this: never underestimate the power of being yourself.
The world needs your unique voice, your perspective, your story. Don't be afraid to share it.
Embrace your quirks, your passions, your imperfections. These are the very things that make you, you.
Life's too short to be anyone else, innit? So go on, be brave, be bold, be your brilliant, authentic self.
Start by identifying one small step you can take today to live more authentically. Perhaps it's expressing your true feelings to someone you trust, pursuing a long-forgotten passion, or simply allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
Every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to living a life that's true to you.
And remember, you are not alone on this journey. There are others out there who understand your struggles, who celebrate your uniqueness, and who are cheering you on every step of the way. Now, it's your turn. Share your thoughts, your experiences, your own journey to authenticity in the comments below.
Let's create a community of support and encouragement, a space where we can all feel empowered to be our true selves.
Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Until next time, remember, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are enough just as you are.